have a go at these. For this question, our lovely formula doesn't really work. What's the best, the quickest, the easiest way of calculating the volume of that green shape?
Count the squares.
Yeah, count the cubes. Well done. To count the cubes. The formula doesn't really work because you've got little bits sort of tagged on the end. It would be trickier to actually use the formula. So for this one, just count the cubes. So, what is the volume of shape A?
6 centimetres cubed.
Good, 6 centimetres cubed. What's the volume of shape B?
7 centimetres cubed.
7 centimetres cubed. So, shape A has a volume of 6 centimetres cubed. Shape B, 7. Which is the greatest volume?
Shape B.
Shape B, the red one or pink one, or colour it is. This question, look at the 4 solids below. Put the shapes in ascending order based on their volume. What does ascending order mean?
Going up.
Going up. Well done. If you ascend the stairs, you go up. If you descend, you go down. So what you need to do with these, calculate the volume and then put them in order, smallest to largest. Who can spot the smallest of those shapes?
The one on the left with 3 cubes.
Yeah, the first one with 3 cubes, so 3 centimetres squared. Which one is the next biggest? The one right at this end, which has got 4 cubes, 4 centimetres squared. Which one is the next biggest?
The one next to the last one.
So that one, yeah, which has got
6 centimetres cubed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 centimetres cubed. Good, so that means the largest must be this one, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 centimetres cubed. They're in ascending order, smallest to largest. Okay? Just change the slide and we'll look at the next question. So, for this question, count the cubes to find the volume of the shapes and use greater than, less than, or equal to make the statements correct. So, you remember the signs? Greater than, less than, and equal to. Less than, and equal to. So, what do we think about the green shape? What do we think the volume is for the green shape? Look at count.
6
centimetres cubed. Good. What about the pink or red square, the red, pink or red one?
8.
8. Good. So which sign would we put in there? If that's 6, that's 8. Which sign would we put in the middle?
The less than one.
Yeah, less than. Remember, the smallest part of the arrow goes to the smallest number, and that's the smaller number, so less than. So the green shape, less than the red shape or pink shape. Good, okay. Right, have a look at the cubes on this one. How many cubes do you think there are? Where we go together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You have to be careful not to count more than one. So that's 14. What about the other one? What do we think about that one?
I think it might be 14 as well.
Yes, I think it's 14 as well. If you check it, there's 14 as well. So what sign will go in the middle? Equals. Good. Right, on this one, we can use our formula. You could count the cubes, but I will use the formula for that one, this nice big solid cube. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, multiplied by the height, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then multiplied by the width, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 times 4 is 20, times 4 is 80. And then we get to the pink one, and the width is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The height is 1, 2, 3, and the width is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 5 times 3, which is
15.
times 4, which is
60.
60. So what sign would you put in there?
Greater.
Greater than. So that one is greater than beats people. Yeah? So we've got less than equals greater than. Good. Let's just change the slide and look at the next one. Now, there isn't necessarily a right or wrong answer to this because it's a discussion. What do we think? We've got a cereal box, we've got a chest of drawers, we've got a money box. What do we think about those shapes? What do you think we need to consider?
Well, you need to consider what's the biggest one and what's the smallest
Right,
one.
okay. Which one would you expect to be the biggest?
Chest of drawers.
You would expect it to be the chest of drawers. It's very difficult to tell there because actually it's not been drawn to scale and it's the chest of drawers is actually the size of the cereal box. Now, in real life you never get a chest of drawers that's that big. Although I have got a drawer unit on my desk that's only that big. But a chest of drawers you would expect to be quite high, wouldn't you? So you would expect the volume of that to be quite big. Particularly if you took the drawers out, there will be a lot of space inside that shape. So, are we thinking that's the largest?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah? Unless it's some sort of trick and it's not drawn to scale and it's, well, it isn't drawn to scale, but unless it's really drawn to confuse us, we're thinking that will probably be the largest. So which one of those 3 volumes is the largest?
Chest of drawers.
No, which one of these 3 is the largest?
Oh, 187,500.
Good. 187,500 centimetres cubed. Good. Now, what do we think about the money box and the cereal? What's your thinking on that one? That's a harder one, isn't it?
Well, usually you don't find that big of a money box. They're usually quite small. So I would think the money box.
You would expect the money box to be smaller. Yeah. Money boxes aren't usually very big. It looks quite big there, I have to say. But usually money boxes aren't very big. What do you think about the cereal box? It's quite tall, but is it very wide?
No.
No, it's quite narrow, isn't it? So that's a tricky one because although that's quite tall, it's very narrow. So you probably wouldn't fit many cubes in there. Whereas that's a much wider shape, but it just depends. It's not obviously not quite as tall as the cereal box, but it is much wider. So is it going to hold more? Probably. It's very difficult to tell from a picture, but it's possibly going to hold more than that because it's so much wider, so it would fit more in. But we're not sure. What do we think? Let's have a vote on it. Who thinks the cereal box would hold the least? Who thinks the money box would hold the least? Okay, so a bit of a difference of opinion on it. So, depend on what you think. The 1,000 centimetres cubed would either be the cereal box or the money box, and the other one will be the 3,600. Just depends on what you think. But have a think about it. The whole point of this is to discuss and think to yourself, does the difference in height make up for the difference in width? How much would we fit in? Okay?